I'm a terrible person. I've been speaking for 3 minutes before realizing that the camera was not in recording mode. So, when I was at Christmas in my parents' place, I had to dig in my old cardboard boxes of things I could not bring to Norway. And I found this notebook with, as you can see, Oric and microcomputing. And here, printer MCP40. And some people have been asking me why did I bought an Oric computer and why not a Commodore 64 or Atari 8-bit or Amstrad and things like that. And we have the answer in that. So this is my beautiful handwriting of when I was 14. Not much better now. I could have been a doctor. And in it you can find some source code printed out. But more interestingly, you can see some mathematics computations involving the VIC-20, Commodore with 1M, and things about the cost of the machine, and the printer, and the tape recorder, and I guess the manette, which is a joystick, and what it costs. So Commodore would cost 2,990 francs, the VIC was 1,690, plus the various accessories, you end up at 3,700 for one and 2,200 for the other. And then we find out what I had myself. So I had worked during the summer in a farm, helping collect the corn, so maize corn, which gave me 534 francs. I had 400 francs on my account, money I had on the side. I had 400 at Christmas, and for my birthday anniversary I got 100 francs, which gave me a total of 1,434 francs. And then we see the sad reality that for the Commodore 64, you do the subtraction, I was missing 2,000, and for the VIC-20 I was still missing 855 francs. So in the next pages we see some Apple II screenshot, probably extracted from some magazine. Some more Apple II stuff with some very serious software. Some white pages. So yeah, so all the marks are humidity traces. So nothing terrible, but it's not very good. And then we see the actual content of my tapes. So that was a part of my role-playing game for the introduction. Inkpot was my painting program. Crane, I mean skull in English. And so that was an intro sequence with a parchment with some text written on it. That I have no idea what it is. Tram means pattern, dithering. That may or may not be some pirated logiciel software. Some source code of scrolling routine, probably from a magazine. I don't think I wrote that. Some more tapes. So that one with some software for the MCP40 printer from a magazine called Oric. On what I suspect to be Frigate, Commander, and Invaders from EGK software. And Oric Atmos seems to be some char set. You can see from B400 to BB80. Redefined char set to make the Oric look like a Macintosh, or more exactly Lisa. So some more things. That one had apparently some read error. Triathlon, pirated software, yay. This is not a dog, chien. Copy program, Zorgon, Invaders, Rendez-vous de la Terreur, Breakout, 3D Maze. Some more painting programs, some by me, some by other people, I guess. this I'm not quite sure. It's Tiran, followed by something to learn the vocabulary, I guess, verbs. So here a lot of software when I was trying to get my Mac Paint style software. That I have no idea. I don't remember anything about ninjas, but apparently that was a thing at the time. CPT trash, no idea, but followed by some chess software. Some more stuff, no idea. And we are on some pages. Then I turn on the other side. So here we can see when I was learning BASIC, I was writing down which machine had which keyword and what it meant in French. So line means ligne, etc. etc. And then to do my decision based on the previous page, I was looking at all the things in the magazines. So here you have the ZX 81 by Sinclair, and I was commenting black and white pictures, documentation is in French, the keyboard is very not nice, very limited machine, but which has a very good price-performance ratio. Ideal to start with microcomputing. 8 kilobyte ROM, 1 kilobyte RAM. Then we have the Alice 32 for the price of 1,199. I'm not sure if the price was displayed for that one. Yeah, 580 francs. So with a nice Alice 32. We have the Laser 200 command keyboard made of caoutchouc latex. Yeah, a gummy. Color pictures, and then not about memory. The Laser 200, my uncle had that one. It was a terrible machine. Bring it one day, try to do anything with it, it was horrible. So 1,490 francs. And you have the ZX Spectrum, which depending of the 16K or 48K version goes from 1,490 francs to 2,350. Color pictures, documentation in English, soon in French, not very nice keyboard, but this is that's already a real computer. Then we go to the serious stuff. Commodore 64, 2,950 francs, Lynx, yeah, that one goes up to 128K, which explains the 6,690 francs price tag, quite expensive. Then we have the Spectra Video 318, the Dragon 32, with a small command. The Dragon 64 will have 64K, yay! That was smart from them. And then some, how does a computer work? So you have the microcomputer with the optical pen, the printer, and the monitor, and the floppy drive. And then a decision matrix. You have the various computers, how much the joystick cost. Obviously I really like the joystick, it's always there. And the cost of the printers, you can see, goes from 690 to 2,500, even 850 for the Commodore 64. And then you have the tape recorders, and the cost of the paper, and the cost of the central unit in the various memory configuration. And at the very end, you see there is Atmos, which has absolutely nothing. Because I never heard of the Atmos, it was not in the magazines. I heard about it because I was in the Boy Scouts, and my team chef has one, and he said that it was the best computer ever. And then I started to research it. But in the magazines you could see that the star was the Amstrad, available in the black and white, black and green, on the color. And that one was, yeah, 4,490 with a color screen, and 2,900 with a monochrome screen. and software was not particularly cheap either. We're already at more than twice the price of the Oric. Here that's the higher version of the Alice, not the 32 but the Alice 90. Here probably a machine nobody ever heard of, the Def 3000. Promotional price for this microcomputer made with a processor X8305 and called console Def 3000. Come with 790 francs, and you can add 16K for 449, etc. But all the games require the memory expansion, so it's not really you have the choice. Then you have the big ones: Commodore 64, 2490, the Canon MSX V20, the Laser 310. That one has a better keyboard, but still shit. Data recorder, custom ones for the Commodore 64. Then we have the French computers, at least I believe it was French. Hector, the 16K computer, 256 francs per month for 12 months, plus 290 when ordering. Total price 3,000. With the software. And then you have the Yeno. That one was actually, there were ads on TV, I remember. The ad looks cool, the machine looks very good, but you can recognize the printer. It's the same as the Oric one, MCP40. Then we still in the French machines, the Thomson MO5, 2450. You can see the motivation between paying for 2,490 for Commodore 64 versus 2,450 for Thomson MO5. You really must be blind or, yeah, brainwashed. TO-770, that one we had in the school. Terrible keyboard. And that one is a version with a small switch here. The previous version, the normal TO-7, did not have that. And if you were programming and then you did that, you will press the button, the trap will open, the ROM will get out, the computer will reboot, and sometimes you will even burn the computer if you were not lucky. Then we have the Atari XL, XL XE, 130 XE, 800 XL. They were actually reasonably cheap, I think. I guess that was my second choice because I had a friend with the XL. I think ultimately I chose the Atmos because it looked nicer. And then we see when I actually switched to be interested by the Oric. All these were actual Oric software. The one from Loriciel. The one from Infogram. And Oric Atmos. Here it is, your personal computer. The Oric Atmos, 48K of memory, 8 color on screen, 200 by 240 pixel graphic mode, ergonomic keyboard, professional with 57 keys, blah 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 blah. And that's it. So there it is. That's how I came up buying an Oric instead of something else. Was it a mistake? I don't know. What's sure is that was probably one of the best machines to learn programming because the manual was exceptional, and since most of the game were, to be honest, not very good, it was a very good motivation to try to write your own to have something more interesting to play on. While people having a Commodore 64 and Amstrad very often had so many good games and they just spent their time using them as if as consoles. So they didn't really learn anything. So yeah, there you go. Not sure if it was interesting, but I found a crap ton of things, including all the software I worked on in France in video games. Archive documents and a lot of things. So if it's interesting, I will continue posting more. and I hope the sound is acceptable. It's the first time I'm using this camera. If it works well, and hopefully I was not shaking too much. Bye bye.